Yo, Smell from Holla Direct TV, Holla Direct Apparel, ASK.com. We working on. Today what we working on, sublimating some socks. That's right. Got my sock jigs right here. Now this is the whole pack that I ordered from silkysocks.com. So what we want to do, these right here got the black bottoms. Right now, I don't have a print size that's big enough to cover the length of the whole sock. So what I'm offering right now is the ones with the black cotton bottoms, and I'll have other colors soon as well. We just gonna start pushing these out and see how these do. Right now, they doing all right. I got this heating up. Yeah, what we wanna do, we wanna heat this up to 400 degrees at 35 seconds, medium pressure. So we're gonna turn that to the left just a little bit. And we're gonna jump over to the computer and get the artwork ready for this sock. So this is two of the designs that I used on two pair of socks. You got the late great Kobe Bryant right here. That's one sock design. And right here, we got him with the great Michael Jordan. I believe this game was in 1998, I wanna say. So this is the first design that I showed you, Kobe, on the sock. This is the other one right here. The top of this is polyester because you have to sublimate onto it, and I'm gonna get into that in just a second. The bottom half is gonna be cotton. They also have them in all polyester, but like I said, my print size don't cover the whole sock. I also messed up these socks right here because when I printed it out, the paper wasn't long enough. I didn't stretch out the design long enough. So our socks are on the sock jig. As y'all can see, our socks are on the sock jig. So what I want to do now to measure out exactly how big we want this image is I go across here, and that's a little shy of 9 inches across. And from here, from top to bottom, you're coming out a little over 7 inches down. So I'm gonna adjust that image in the computer and get that image printed out so we can get it onto these socks. What I said, 7 inches down, I went 7.2. All right, just so we had some ink on that polyester. And I went 9 inches across. So what I'm gonna have to do, this ain't gonna fit on this 8x5 sheet like this. So what I gotta do is flip it horizontal, and then take this and rotate it just like this. Should be fine just like that. I don't think that's gonna give us any problems. Let's go ahead and get this printed out. Let's print out one just to see how it came out. And I wanna unclick mirror because what we did was we flipped it horizontally already. And just go ahead and hit print. Alright, so what you want to do basically when you do your measurements, you want to stretch it out a little bit more. I had to stretch it out vertically just a little bit more, but everything lining up perfect. So now you want to make sure your sock, make sure all of this right here is congruent. Alright, make sure it's congruent, make sure everything lining up. And you just turn this on here just like this. Some people use heat tape. I don't see the need for it, but whatever works for you. And then you want to make sure your heat press is at 400 degrees for 35 seconds, medium pressure. So look, you make sure everything is congruent, make sure it's nice and centered, and make sure you stretch out the image. I stretched out the image a little more. I went back, I printed 2 more copies. Make sure it's stretched out on all sides. Make sure that ink overlaps the sock. That way that ink is all on there. Y'all about to see what I'm getting ready to do. Make sure you got parchment paper up underneath in case it bleeds through. And I'm gonna put another sheet of parchment paper over top of it and go ahead and press it. Perfect. Now look, I'm gonna flip it and we're gonna do the other side. I'm gonna show y'all something that's very important. It's make or break. It's an absolute deal breaker if you don't do it. All right, so look, like I said, I'll show y'all what to do here. This is very hot. This jig is hot. Probably wonder how I'm holding it like that. I'm a mutant and I'm immortal. All right, so look, basically after you print out one side, you want to turn the sock over, turn the sock around, and just with your thumb do it just like this. Bring that ink over onto the other side of the sock jig, all right? Just a little bit, not too much, on both sides, all right? That's why I said make sure you stretch the image out so the ink overlaps. That way you got some room to play with. So look, just like that. That's just so you don't have white lines coming down the middle of your socks, all right? So that one's good money. Fix that up there. And we're gonna do the same for this one right here. You don't gotta be perfect. Just make sure you got some ink on that side. And that one's good. Everything a good look. Everything nice and congruent. I don't like that. Fix that. Make sure everything nice and centered. A couple things I know to do differently next time. Make sure I get my whole letter on here. Take it as a lesson. Yeah, man. So look, in a nutshell, that's how y'all sublimate socks. All right. Smell from Holla Direct TV, Holla Direct Apparel. Catch y'all next week. What you guys working on?